Hello there everyone, my name is Tina Louise Spalding and I am a trance channel. Hello subscribers, it is November the 18th and I got some guidance to do a video for you guys today. Haven't done one for a little while. So it's November and I'm doing a lot of internal work this Scorpio time of year. I'm doing some painting and doing some napping and a few things like that. Just want to let you know that the book You Can Break Free from the Karma of Chaos, which is my 6th book. It's been on Kindle for a little while at Amazon.com, but it is now available in paperback. So if you are a traditionalist and like to have the book in your hands, that book is now available. It is a very interesting book about Nazi Germany, the Holocaust, and extraterrestrials, as well as some details about the history of our Earth. So it's an unusual compendium of subjects and very interesting indeed. So I will bring Ananda through and we'll see what they have to say. I haven't done a video with them for a little while. I'll see you at the end of the session. We are with you again, dear ones. Our journeys with you in these videos are always a great delight for us, and we hope they are a delight for you. We come to your planet at this time as a group consciousness to assist you in your evolutionary journey. And you can see that this evolutionary journey is escalating as you go through these weeks and months leading up to the end of this year. You are witnessing the unearthing of many secrets in your society. This last few weeks has been unearthing secrets about abuse, about power being corrupted, and about fear. This is really the fundamental issue that is at play here. And we want you to know that if it's not love, it's fear. And this is a very important thing for you to really grasp as you go through these next evolutionary leaps in your society. How do you discern what to do yourself? How do you discern what to invest your time in? How do you discern what is of value to you? You must go beneath the form, because you have so many bright and shiny things in your society. You must go beneath the form and you must ask yourself, is this love or is this fear? Am I shopping because I appreciate and love this thing? Or am I afraid that I won't be enough and I'm buying it to fill a gap in me? If you are going on a holiday, are you going on a holiday because you love this place or these people that you're going to see and experience? Or are you afraid you won't make it through another few months at work if you don't take a break? These are some of the ways that you can discern your actions, especially as more and more secrets are revealed in your society, because that is what's coming your way. There is a great disclosure coming your way, not only of extraterrestrial contact, but of the lies and deceptions that have been propagated by your mass media systems and your politicians, your banks, your military industrial complex, and your pharmaceutical companies. So you must, when you hear a story, decide, is this love or fear being revealed? What side am I going to take here and how am I going to respond to this? If you listen to a story that is fear-based, that means there's a lack of love present, your responsibility as an evolved spiritual practitioner is to add love to the mix. How do you do that? How do you add love to the mix when there has been a loveless situation propagated and perpetrated? The first thing you do is you don't join in the low frequency. You don't join in the frequency of fear, because then you are the same as those beings that you are judging. You must look at the situation, and all of you as humans react from a place of ego. That's your natural reaction response. Why? Because for most of you, you are not practiced enough in spiritual principles to be able to truly respond from a place of love yet. This is the place your planet is heading towards. This is the frequency of love. This is the frequency of the fourth dimension that will take you into the fifth dimension. You don't get to the fifth dimension from the third dimension in one leap. It is a journey from fear through love up into the higher realms, the higher levels of consciousness, true perception, so that you are seeing clearly. How do you begin to see clearly? You practice forgiveness. That is how you employ the heart. That is how you add love to the mix. Now, when you see revelations coming about secret societies or secret activities or dirty little secrets, you will have a natural egoic reaction of that is wrong, that shouldn't have happened. But we want you to take the high road here. We want you to take the higher frequency, the fourth and fifth dimensional response to these things, which is those people were confused, those people were poorly educated, those people were in fear. What is the solution for a lack of love? It is love. And that, as true spiritual practitioners, must be your response. Now, those of you that are firmly entrenched in the ego's way of doing things in duality will say, we cannot allow these people off the hook. You are not allowing them off the hook when you forgive them. You are allowing yourself off the hook when you forgive them. For you are maintaining your loving frequency. You are maintaining the frequency of the earth you want to bring into manifestation. That is the only way you can do it, is through forgiveness. Now, this does not mean that you won't have a legal system that jumps in and starts to deal with these issues of deception or lying or cheating or manipulation. That will happen. But even those systems must now bring love to the mix. Those systems must bring true rehabilitation as one of the forms of answering these difficult situations. So each of you, if you are on computers or telephones or televisions, you know that we don't like you to watch televisions because of the frequency. But if you are watching these things on your computers and phones, which most of you are because of the state of your society, we want you to feel your way into your own response reaction. Am I joining in the hateful, fearful frequency? Am I attacking? Am I judging? Am I feeling bad? That means that you've dipped down out of love and you are in the cesspool with those beings. When you take a moment and say, yes, that is something that I would prefer not to have happen in my world. What is the frequency of that thing? That thing is fear. That thing is distortion. Am I going to join in that? No, I'm going to witness it. I'm going to say I don't want it. And what is the remedy in the wise, enlightened mind? It is to be loving. That means be loving to yourself first. So do not judge others, because you will feel bad when you judge others, because you are now reinforcing a dualistic paradigm. You are reinforcing a dualistic world, which means there is good and there is evil. There is life and there is death. We are asking you to step up your game into the fifth dimension through the heart, through forgiveness. If you don't, you will have a future that looks like your past. What does your past look like? Endless wars, endless confrontation, misogyny, patriarchy. If you bring wisdom and love to this by monitoring your frequency and knowing the laws of creation, which is that you will create that which is in accord with the frequency you are emitting. Then you will take a breath, you will look at what you don't want, and you will use it as a springboard to create the opposite with love of what you do want. So in witnessing all of these sexual abuse allegations, these abuses of power, these fearful and dominating humans, you want to say, this is not what I want. How can I create the opposite in my life? First of all, you look upon forgiving eyes at the confused people. For they are not in your world. They are of another world, and they will have to deal with their own legal and emotional and spiritual ramifications. What you must do is take care of your own world. And that means, how are you going to add love to the mix in those fearful situations in your life? Are you afraid of your boss, and are you afraid of losing your job if you don't conform? Begin to add love to the mix. How do you do that? Self-respect is loving. Honesty is loving. Speaking truth is loving. Those are some of the ways that you can add love to your life as it relates to sexual abuse or power abuse. When you look upon a war on your television screens or on your computers and you see violence, what is violence? It's the ultimate lack of love. You look at that image and you say, I don't want that in my world. And then you turn to your own life and you say, where am I violent? Where am I violent in my mind? Where do I say hateful things or attack myself in my mind? Remove that violence from your life. Add love to the mix. Tell yourself you love yourself. Tell yourself you are a divine aspect of God mind and that you promise to be kinder. Sit down with your children and be loving with them rather than preoccupied with your own fears and your own internal agitation. Pay attention. And know that you have brought these little beings into the world, and the only thing they want is your love. Give it to them. These are the ways to deal with these difficult situations. You have been taught in your scientific method about Newtonian physics, about cause and effect. But this universe is a holographic universe. That means whatever frequency you hold beams out from you and creates things of a like frequency all around you in many, many different forms. You are a great creator, and you must begin to own that power as you go into these next changes and transformations of your planet. Otherwise, you will be hating the people that you think are hateful, and that makes you the same as them. You must step up into your new experience of Christ consciousness and love those who are the sinners, because they are making mistakes. That's all a sin is. The definition of sin in your Bible is missing the mark. They have missed the mark through no fault of their own, through a distorted and rape-focused society that has done much damage to the underdog in your experience. So now is the time for you to become more evolved, to become more focused on love, and bring that frequency to the table every single time, knowing that justice will prevail in a loving world. So this is a tricky subject for many of you. Many of you are feeling your ire. Many of you are feeling angry. And your natural response is to have a strong reaction. Have your strong emotional reaction, knowing that your strong emotional reaction is energy that is being created by your consciousness, and it must express itself. But don't feed the bitter and twisted view of the world that is wanting you to pay it attention. Go to the heart once you've had your reaction and ask yourself, how can I add love to this situation if it shows up in my world? How can I teach my children how to respect and love each other? How can I bring this subject up at a family dinner where I see patriarchal or misogynistic attitudes playing out? Where can I add love to the mix when I see somebody, a female perhaps, who's disempowered and frightened of her own shadow? How can I encourage her to be stronger and stand up, knowing that if she does not, she may be victimized? These are the ways that you can add love to the mix. Don't let the images that you see streaming around your world of fear make you fearful, for that is their purpose and that is the desired result. Always, always add love to the mix. Stand up in your own beautiful creative power and express the truth with kindness and generosity, and know that you are a divine aspect of God mind, and you always will be. You always have been, and you always will be. You do not need to be powerless. You do not need to be fearful. All you need to do is know that love is empowering. Cruelty and violence are not. They are the way of the dualistic, separated world. They create fear and sickness and death. Love heals, love expands, love brings light, and that is what we are all seeking for you on your planet at this time. We are Ananda, and we will speak to you again at another time. Wow, okay. Please subscribe if you haven't, and visit my website at channelingjesus.com. You can read about all of the 6 books that I've channeled there, and there's a link to take you to Amazon to order them if you so choose. I also have some of my artwork up on the website now, and you can order prints of some of my paintings that I've done over the years. Thanks very much for joining me. I'll see you again another time. Bye-bye.